cuts deep, watch the lies retire. Eyes wide open, no sleep, no silence. Time to speak up, no peace for the tyrants. They want us to fall, to fracture, divide, feeding fake polls while the nation's alive. They peddle the panic, promote the despair, but we see through the smog. There's truth in the air. News ain't news, it's a script with a twist. Talking unity while clenching a fist. They pointing at you, but they starting to flame. Then act like the villain ain't part of the game. Corruption at borders, chaos imported. Use the poor souls like chess distorted. They don't want peace, they want control. Puppets in power with ice in their soul. They want us to fail, but we rise. They feeding us lies, but we wise. Open your eyes, let the fog fall thin. Good gon' prevail and God gon' win. Want the nation to break, but we won't bend. We the storm, they ain't ready to defend. United we stand, won't cave, won't give. Truth is a blade and it cuts through the lies. They sell the fear like it's gold in the mind. Propaganda pushing like a coat in disguise. Divide us by race, by class, by pain. While they laugh in the dark, pulling puppet strings again. But I see the play, I ain't blind no more. There's poison in the politics, rot in the core. They love when we hate and fight with our kin. But I ride with the light and I fight to win. They want open borders, not out of love, but to crash the system. Flooded with blood, sway the votes, collapse from within. Use the chaos, then rinse and spin. You ever wonder why the loudest scream peace while holding a match and setting the streets? We ain't fools, we ain't sheep. We the lions in the fields while the devil's asleep. They want us to fail, but we rise. They feeding us lies, but we wise. Open your eyes, let the fog fall thin. Good gon' prevail and God gon' win. They want the nation to break, but we won't bend. We the storm, they ain't ready to defend. United we stand, won't cave, won't give. Truth is a blade and it cuts through the lies. So keep your head high, heart full, so armed. They can't stop truth, they don't fear the alarm. The tide's turning, we ain't asking permission. This is God's nation on a mission, not submission.
What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. We have Hell Let Loose tonight. It's going to be a good one. We're in a 3-tank challenge. We must destroy 3 tanks before we can end the stream, which is pretty difficult. I should say, lumped in there with tanks is light recon vehicles. But yeah, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge. So Rocket Man will be back.
Little Rocket Man.
And we'll go after it again. We haven't played in a little bit. We've been busy with Battlefield and Battlefield 6 and Arma and all that stuff. But tomorrow will be more Battlefield 2042. We're going to try to level up for the BF6 skins. And then Thursday we'll do Vietnam, Arma Vietnam. So it's going to be good. I hope you're all doing great. We got tonight in between, we have flamethrower, World War II flamethrower little videos, Tiger Tank 2. We got World War II stuff in between, so stay tuned, check it out. They're little videos, but they're good stuff. They don't really talk about all that much. We gotta check them out, see how it is. I hope you're all doing good this Monday, the start of the week. The September 1st, which is next Monday, we'll do a coffee giveaway again, so be here. We'll do marbles race for everybody in chat. It's gonna be for everybody in chat. Just be there, chime in, and we'll add you to the list for the marble race for a bag of coffee. I don't know which bag maybe we'll put a poll up on X or something to see what kind of coffee you guys want. Maybe Ethiopian coffee. They got that on there, all sorts of different stuff. So stay tuned. We'll maybe put one of those up right before like the weekend. So we have results Monday. But let's turn it over to Cecil. How you doing, Cecil, man? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, he's doing good. He's chilling with Jesus. Doing all right, buddy? Oh, he's ecstatic. Just look at him. Ecstatic. If you don't know, Cecil, he's gone on several trips with me in the military. All over the field, my ground ambulance, all sorts of stuff. He's been with me for about 15 years, I would say. About 15 years. It's like my unofficial mascot. But thank you guys for tuning in. I really don't have any other news. It's been kind of, except for, we talked about Hell Let Loose Vietnam. Got me psyched to play Hell Let Loose again. But other than that, I haven't heard anything else. No other information's really been put out. I'm sure they're going to be strategic about putting out their information. But I guess let's find a server, get in there, and start this challenge. We got the videos. We'll pop on a video while I try to get in here. This is about flamethrowers. They said they had 4 minutes to live on the battlefield. That was their life expectancy out on the battlefield, and this will talk a little bit about it. And then we'll go on to the really unknown Tiger II tank, and what some of the downfalls of that Tiger II were. So it's gonna be an interesting night. I got plenty more of that too if we keep running. They're like 9-10 minutes, so they're not actually that long. So we could probably burn through a bunch of them, and they're pretty interesting. So if you're into World War II, this is the place to hang out, man. Tonight, especially, it's gonna be World War II night. Videos in between World War II. We're getting Hell Let Loose is all World War II, and we're gonna be doing a little Rocket Man.
Little Rocket Man.
So let's turn it over. Get this party started.
80 flamethrower operators deployed on Iwo Jima. Only 18 came out of the island alive. They had a life expectancy of just 4 minutes on the battlefield, but they were described as the best, and at the same time, the worst weapon US Marines had there. But their story is far more horrific than it seems, and now you're going to see why. When people talk about the Pacific War, they usually...
Let's stop it right there. I forgot to hit my sponsors. Check out RECON-1, guys. Use the link down below, or RECON-RAT, 20% off. Proteins, pre-workouts, anything you can think of. Ranger Up Coffee, go check them out. Again, RECON-RAT, the code, get 5% off and free shipping in the continental US of A. And tacticalshit.com. If you need ammo, guns, Gatling guns, all sorts of shit, they have it at tacticalshit.com. Go use the link down in my description of the channel on Rumble especially. Click that. It'll lead you to use the code for me. And then we have 9line. Use Recon15 for 15% off at all their apparel, all their stuff. They have cool stuff. They have a Claymore Bluetooth speaker. It's pretty badass. They have a 30 millimeter A10 round. That's a bottle opener. That's pretty damn cool. I got one of those over with Cecil. He's chilling by it. He likes it a lot. Thomas. Yeah. See, he's got 30 cal right by him. Yeah, I saw it, man. It was a little too much. The topless was a little too much. It wasn't so much the fist in the air. It was more of the topless I didn't want to see. But thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you. Let's turn it back to... Oops, I hit the wrong button. We'll go back to the flamethrowers while we try to get into a server.
Mentioned places like Guadalcanal or Okinawa, but Iwo Jima...
Oh, one more. Sorry. I'll stop interrupting. I swear after this one. Go to RECON-RAT.live/merch. Get you a sweet t-shirt, run through the enemy. Get you a hat. All sorts of good stuff there. Through the Streamlabs store. So go check it out. RECON-RAT.live/merch.
Was a different kind of fight altogether. The island itself is only about 8 square miles, sitting in the middle of the Pacific, between the Marianas.
I don't know what it was either. That's why I didn't comment.
But in 1945, that small patch of volcanic rock
kind of scared me that you found that.
One of the most valuable pieces of ground in the entire war. The Americans wanted it because of its location. B-29 bombers were flying missions from the Marianas to hit targets in Japan, but the route passed right over Iwo Jima. That meant Japanese radar and fighters based there could track and intercept them. Even more importantly, if the US took the island, they could use it as a forward base for fighter escorts, emergency landings, and for launching shorter bombing missions with heavier payloads. The Japanese, of course, knew all of this. They had no illusions about the importance of Iwo Jima,
I can't
and they
find
fully
a game without the Q being full.
But instead of meeting it head-on at the beach, like they had on other islands, they decided to approach this one differently.
And Kharkov.
They studied the previous battles, Tarawa, Saipan, Peleliu, and they learned that surface defenses didn't work. Naval artillery and airstrikes would destroy a major portion of them before the first wave of troops even hit the beach. So this time, they went underground. General Kuribayashi was in charge of the defense. He was an experienced officer.
Oh, before I forget again, I'm sorry. I've interrupted this like 300 times already. But if you're into World War II stuff, there's a good movie that's been described as the Band of Brothers of the German side. It's called Generation War. It's on Prime. You can watch it on Prime. It's like 3 episodes, like hour and a half. It's a pretty good movie, but it's all in German, so you got to read. I know it's tough. You have to read the subtitles, but you're just gonna have to. It's good.
Who understood the situation perfectly. He knew he wasn't going to win. He didn't even expect to survive, but his goal was to bleed the Americans for every inch of ground and delay their advance toward Japan. He figured that the longer Iwo Jima held out, the more time Japan had to prepare for the inevitable invasion of the home islands. American intelligence estimated no more than 13,000 Japanese defenders were on Iwo Jima. However, they underestimated that number by almost 10,000. And to make matters worse, nearly all of them were dug in. Over 11 miles of tunnels had been carved through the island's soft volcanic rock, which made excavation relatively fast.
It's been in
They
Hell
built
Let Loose now.
bunkers, pillboxes, machine gun nests,
Squad 44
artillery
or Hell Let
positions,
Loose.
and
I
storage
forget.
areas, all connected through
Not Hell Let Loose.
underground pathways.
I think Squad 44 had one.
Kuribayashi also had every inch of the island pre-measured. Artillery positions were already zeroed in on the likely landing beaches and strategic positions. Firing lanes were laid out to overlap and cover one another. There were no front lines in the traditional sense, just a network of positions that could support each other from different angles, with fallback routes below ground. When the US finally launched the invasion on February 19, 1945, they did what they always did. The operation began with days of heavy shelling and airstrikes. Battleships and cruisers pounded the island with everything they had. By the time the first wave of Marines landed, the entire coastline looked like it had been completely leveled, but almost nothing had actually been destroyed. As the first wave of Marines hit the shore, they found themselves trudging through loose volcanic ash, basically a deep layer of black sand. It sucked in boots, stalled vehicles, and made it nearly impossible to dig in and make cover. However, as the waves of Marines were landing on the beaches for nearly an hour, it was all quiet. No gunfire, no resistance. Marines were trying to get organized and move up the slope and inland. But then, just as the beach was packed with men, Kuribayashi
they didn't even start fighting them, or at least throw some artillery down them. You would have thought they would have had like
artillery opened deadly accurate fire. The result was devastating. Marines were hit in clusters, packed tightly on beaches with no cover. They suffered tremendous losses, but somehow, over the next hours, the Marines pushed inland, inch by inch, taking heavy casualties the entire way. And that's when they began to realize just how bad things really were, as they began to understand the defensive maze around them. Bunkers were cleared with grenades and satchel charges, but only one weapon could more or less effectively do the job. That's when the flamethrower came into play. You see, every time they thought they had cleared a position with explosives, Marines would move forward and Japanese troops would reappear and start shooting from behind. They were using the tunnel system to move under the Marines and pop up again in areas that were already supposed to be secured. Losses mounted fast, and fighting was just chaotic without any
I like this
clear
guy's
lines.
voice. I could listen to
The biggest problem Marines ran into again and again were the pillboxes.
Which we
These
are,
were
actually.
hardened concrete fortifications with machine guns, small
Next is the
firing
Tiger,
slits,
too.
and
We're still
overlapping
3 out of
fields
6
fire,
in Q.
positioned so they mutually protected each other from different angles.
I mean, it's impressive.
Some were so well hidden that you could walk right past them without realizing it, at least not until they opened fire.
Like,
So
think
to
about how many
effectively clear them,
man-hours
Marines had to
it could,
crawl
like,
or
make
rush
those
under
tunnels,
fire and either toss
especially in
grenades
that
or satchel charges inside.
volcanic rock
But that
and
was
stuff.
easier said than done. First, you had to survive long enough to even reach the pillbox. Then, you had to find an opening that wasn't covered by gunfire. And even if you got a grenade in, a lot of these pillboxes were built in a zigzag shape, so the blast wouldn't reach the whole interior. So just blowing one up didn't always mean the job was done. Now, the flamethrower became one of the only weapons that could deal with them effectively, but it also came with a heavy price. To understand why using a flamethrower on Iwo Jima was such a nightmare, we need to take a look at how it actually worked. The M2 was a standard flamethrower used by US Marines in World War II and even after. It had 2 large tanks filled with thickened gasoline and a smaller center tank of compressed nitrogen to push the fuel out. Connected to it was a long metal tube with an electric or white phosphorus ignition system at the tip to light the fuel. But here's
Gotta have
the thing.
some.
Your effective range
Thomas,
was only about 20
we need
yards,
some
and a full tank
World
gave you
War
about
II
7 seconds of fire in total.
battle
That meant short controlled bursts, a second or two at a
like,
time, and then you were out.
something that you
had
wouldn't
to
know,
somehow
something
get to the
deep
pillbox
diving,
within hand
but it's
grenade
gotta
range
deal
and
with
use your
like a
7
battle
seconds of
of some
fire
sort.
as best as you could.
Or a piece of
then when
equipment.
empty, you had to go back to safety. Now,
mission,
once the
sir.
whole front saw your bright and loud fire stream, Japanese defenders knew exactly what a flamethrower would do to them if they let him come close. So the second they spotted a Marine with a distinctive huge 3-tank backpack moving forward, they gave it undivided attention with whatever
We're number
weapons
2
they
in queue.
had.
Begin
The rest
soon,
of the squad
hopefully.
tried to suppress the enemy with rifle and machine gun
They'll be
fire
playing
to keep the flamethrower
Tarkov
alive
offensive
long enough to get in range.
game mode.
But with 70 pounds of gear on your back and well-constructed defences, it was everything but an easy thing to do. Being captured alive was perhaps a bigger fear than being shot. Because of their nature of taking someone's life in probably one of the worst possible ways, flamethrower operators weren't treated like regular prisoners. Execution on the spot if captured might be the best option you could hope for, but usually it was something different, much longer, and significantly more painful. There's one story from Iwo Jima when a flamethrower misfired as the Marine approached the cave
shit.
entrance.
That's not good.
2 Japanese soldiers rushed out, grabbed him, and pulled him into the cave. The rest of his squad could hear
It's a
him
bad
from
day.
that cave for 2 full days, unable to help him or at least end his misery, and we could only imagine what was happening to him. So everything with this weapon was terrible on so many levels. From the extreme danger of the weapon itself, as sudden wind or malfunction could turn it against its operator over the enemy, all the way to the psyche of surviving operators who had to live for the rest of their lives with what they did. At that distance, you'd pretty much see, hear, and smell the consequences and effects of your weapon on enemy soldiers. While doing research for this video, I came upon
It's
some
pretty good
photos
distance,
and
man.
videos
Throw
on
some
the
napalm
internet
out.
showing the aftermath of flamethrowers on Iwo Jima. And if you have a strong gut, you could find them to see what I'm talking about, although I
Damn.
strongly don't recommend it. Sometimes, operators used a tactic called a wet burst. They would fire a few quick shots without using the igniter, basically soaking the target with fuel.
Oh.
Then they'd follow it up with a lit burst to ignite everything at once. It increased the chance of completely neutralizing the bunker without anyone coming back later. In confined space, the stream of flame would immediately raise the temperatures to 2,000 degrees and consume all
man.
oxygen. So even if soldiers inside weren't directly hit by the fire, they had a slim
Suffocate.
chance of surviving. Looking at a flamethrower firing on video gives nowhere
Burn their
near the
lungs.
actual impression of how loud and violent it really is. Even the operators were trained to take a long, deep breath before firing, as they couldn't breathe during the firing. But even with all those risks, flamethrowers were one of the only tools that actually worked on Iwo Jima. Still, with casualty rates that high, the Marines needed something that could carry that weapon into battle with a bit more protection and more capacity. That's when they brought in the tanks. These were M4A3R3, modified Sherman flame tanks.
M4,
Instead of a main
R3,
gun, they were fitted
A2.
with a flamethrower system. They looked like regular Shermans from the outside until they fired. They now carried around 300 gallons of thickened fuel and could fire flames 3 times farther than the M2, up to about
for one of
100
those to take a
yards.
take round, though.
These
That's
flame
right.
tanks
Massive
operated in coordination
explosion
with
or
infantry and regular tanks.
patrol crews
But the
gonna be
same
gone.
as with the handheld flamethrowers, once they opened fire, the whole front would concentrate on them. And carrying hundreds of gallons of fuel inside a metal box was not what tankers found interesting to do, as if they didn't already have enough risks. However, flame tanks were definitely the most effective weapon on Iwo Jima and played a major role in capturing the island. If you want to hear more stories like this, help us out with subscribing.
Subscribing. We're still 2. I don't know what's taking so long. Usually we're in a game by now, so we'll watch. We're already burning through the second video here. This one's about why Tiger II crews suffered so much. So this should be interesting. I don't know actually too much about the Tiger II, so this one kind of intrigued me. I knew a little bit about the flamethrowers, but this one I do not know anything about too much. Just a little bit.
The Tiger II is surely one of the most famous tanks of World War II. It was widely feared and mythologized, with a reputation
came
of being
towards the end of the
virtually
war.
indestructible. And by being a 70-ton beast with thick armor and a lethal 88mm gun, people had every right to believe the wartime propaganda. But few facts that completely undercut its battlefield effectiveness remained unspoken of at the time. The idea for the
Dang,
Tiger
man.
II started after Germany's encounter with new Soviet tanks in 1941
Do we
and
gotta find a new
1942.
server?
Hitler's expectations for this next-generation tank were so big that it was being worked on before its predecessor, the Tiger I, even made a debut on the war front. It was envisioned as a breakthrough tank that could breach enemy defenses head-on with superior firepower and armor. The tank's concept was handed over to 3 firms in early 1943 and the work had begun. Henschel and Porsche were tasked with its design, whereas Krupp was contracted to develop a suitable turret and weapon. Porsche took a more innovative and radical side, with a mid-mounted engine, a rear turret placement, and even an experimental gasoline-electric hybrid drive in one variant. However, German High Command decided to go with Henschel's more conventional design, as it was superior for mass production. Henschel's approach, with a rear-mounted engine, fully sloped armor, and an improved torsion bar suspension with large overlapping steel road wheels, was simply less risky for the battlefield, and they were awarded the contract. This next-generation heavy tank's official name was Panzer VI, or Tiger II, but German troops began calling it Königstiger, or King Tiger. This name was often translated as Royal Tiger, which underscored its intended status as the king of tanks. One of the Tiger II's distinctive design elements was its turret, which went through significant revisions before and during production. The initial turret design, often incorrectly
Well,
called
we
the Porsche
haven't
turret,
moved, so I'm
was
gonna
a
try this other server.
Krupp-designed, rounded mantlet turret, originally intended for both prototypes.
Shoot.
It had a curved front plate and sloped sides, which gave it a more rounded, streamlined look. In 1944, around 50 Tiger II tanks were built and sent to combat with this initial turret before they realized it had a big weak point. A shot trap was hidden under the curved gun mantlet. Any incoming shell that hit the lower curve could ricochet down into the thin hull roof armor. However, the Germans noticed this quickly, and before these units had even seen combat, revisions were made in production by late 1943. The redesigned production turret came with a much thicker flat front plate, which eliminated the shot trap and was simplified for
Maybe
production
one of these
by
days we'll
reducing
get in
its
the server.
curved sides. The first of many issues started to show in production. Even though 1,500 Tiger II units were ordered,
The
Henschel
Germans
only
had the
managed
best
to
weapons,
deliver
man. They knew how to make some
492
weapons, I can tell you that.
tanks. The lack of produced units was directly affected by a series of RAF raids in late 1944, which had devastated Henschel's facilities. Not only did this delay production, but it also likely stopped an additional 650 Tiger II units
Dang.
from being
Can you
built.
imagine
In
that?
addition
Like
to that,
650
each Tiger
more
II
rolling
tank
out?
cost around 320,000 Reichsmarks per unit, which was 2 to 3 times the cost of a simpler medium tank like the Panzer IV or the Panther. There was a lot of controversy on the question of whether it would be better to just build a greater number of reliable, already proven medium tanks, instead of spending a fortune on fewer super heavies. Additional production issues revealed themselves in the late war, such as material shortages. As the Germans were short on rubber, the Tiger II tank's large road wheels were all steel, instead of the then standard rubber tyres that the Tiger I had. Further shortages affected armour plate quality, as the Germans had used increasingly scarce high-grade alloys to build them. Material shortages began to pile up, with a lot of subcomponents in short supply as well, such as final drives, gaskets, and even fuel. Henschel and Krupp kept making revisions and proposing adjustments with each additional material missing, but they could not manage to implement any of them before the war's end. With all the ambitious concepts Germany had, such as a new Maybach HL234,
Yeah, this guy really goes into, like, we're the next to join, actually, in this
105
server, so we'll see how it goes.
high-velocity gun, and even an infrared night fighting
Omaha
scope
Beach,
design.
Warfare.
It was
I like
very
Warfare
clear
a little
how
bit
big their
more.
plans were. The reality was a bit different.
Offensive
from
is good
that,
every once
as
in a
none
while,
of these
but
proposed
Warfare is good.
upgrades
I
ever
like
saw
being able to
production.
attack or
Nevertheless,
defend.
some big plans did happen, such as the Jag Tiger variant of the
Jag
Tiger
Tiger.
II, produced in 1944 and 1945. Built on an extended Tiger II hull with a huge 128mm gun on a fixed casemate, it was the heaviest armoured vehicle of the war, often called a tank destroyer. But as feared as this tank was, it shared a similar fate to its predecessor. With many mechanical issues and a limited production number of 88 units, it concluded the
next
story
one we're
of
gonna watch is about the
Germany's wartime
MG34
industry's
tonight.
overextension with diminishing returns.
Hey, I think we're
On
gonna go
paper,
in.
However, the Tiger II tank was a
How did
formidable
this weapon-
force and a definite war decider. It was significantly bigger than the American M4 Sherman or Soviet T-34, as it weighed around 68.5 tons.
All right,
and
we're in.
with its gun
We'll come back to that in a little bit. Sorry about that. Took a little bit longer than I thought. We're going to go American this time. Let's see. You think they're just bots? What do you think is going on? Yeah, anti-tank. That's what we want, baby. We need the anti-tank. This is the 3-tank challenge. You gotta take them out. Where is my guys? Way over here. Alright. I mean, there's a garrison way over here. Our squad's moving up here. Hopefully they put an outpost. I think they're setting up to attack rear battery. So let's go. Deep state shit, I think, maybe? What would they gain by liking your posts in like that, though? Like, I don't... Are they just flagging it, or... There we go. I knew they'd put one up. Marbles next Monday, guys. Bag of coffee up for winner takes all. Man, I gotta remember the keys. Kind of. Shit, where is that guy? Ooh. Oh! Got an MG watching me. Fuck, man, that's not good to come into this and then getting just lit. Watch out, boys. They got us pinned down over here.
Yeah, I gotta go garrison spawn 1.
They're all like 359 MG and everything. Can we be lucky enough to have an enemy? Is it an enemy vehicle? We're just gonna sit put, or stay put. Sit put. Talking is hard. There you go. They're pushing my position over here, though, so gotta be careful.
$127.
Man, he dying over there, man. Well, these guys can move. Ooh. Here. From those guys must have walked right past. I thought they had cleared it out. Okay, my team's some morons because that should have been easily dealt with. But we're taking rear battery, so are we gonna get it before? We need to basically run in. We're just gonna have to go. Get in there, boys. We need to beat them. Get in the zone. Oh, there's our tank. Did it kill it? Did I kill that tank? Yeah, I need some rocket ammo if you got it. Rocket ammo, you got some? Uh-oh, I think we gotta go back. No, I need the rocket ammo. Bazooka. It looks like a mortar. That's the wrong ammo. Don't need that. Noob. Noob. Spy account? Why would they label it spy account, though? For you to see. Man, we're gonna have to go all the way back. Damn, I need some ammo. Damn, we had a good attack going on, too. They just got it before us. So now we're going to have to haul ass back. Hopefully get in the groove. It's hard to come in the middle of a game. Figure out where kind of the game's moving. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Hang tight real quick. I need to switch back. There we go. Glad you all could hang out tonight. Thanks for joining. I think I killed a tank. I think I killed it. We'll see at the end if that's one. That was was it a panther? I think it was a panther. Oh, guy went down up here. Watch out, one went down up here. Watch out. Ooh. I told him to watch out. Watch out, he just went down, boys. I got him. That's a hell of a shot. Got any smoke, Med? Try to cover you. Oh, that 42 popping. Up in that attic. Wish I had some rockets. Alright. Pass it. See if I can get up here with my squad. Oh. Right behind you, Law. Artillery coming in. Whoa! Tank, we're down. There's a tank on our position, guys. We're going down. Good to let commando. Damn, I had no rockets either. I tried to get resupply from that guy. It would have helped a lot. We gotta get some rockets. I think we got one tank though. That's pretty damn good so far. If we did score that tank kill. It's one right off the bat. Oh man, right before I could shoot him. That dude was right out. No! Watch out! Give them hell, boys. Everybody got some smokes? Man, they were like running right out in the open. Knocked him down. By the hedgerow, guys, far. Take out your bazooka faster. Man, lucky. That thing came right up on us, dude. He was like, screw it, I'm running you over. And he took out her. We need an outpost. Damn. That's brutal, man. I think we got a couple kills there. Let's see if we got that tank. Yeah, vehicles destroyed. So we got mark 1 down. We got 1 out of 3. 1 vehicle destroyed. So we got that tank. We got 5 infantry kills. I didn't realize we killed that many. I'm cool with that. We need to move different area. Oh, they're setting up nodes. Trying to take her. These Germans, they're very good. Their tanks are kind of like giving no fucks, really. Oh, headshot, baby. Now watch that window. I just capped one. See you, German. Damn. I got domed trying to shoot that tank. See, like, their tanks are covered good. They got good crews, and then they got other guys covering. That was infantry just popping me in the melon, but we need another. We can't all just be spawning here. They're going to pin us down one direction, easy to take out. We need something here, and then rush from 3 angles. We can lay it out, but what do I know? But we have nothing over here now. This one is... somebody's near it, so we can't spawn on it. Well, our team's non-existent. Okay, I guess we're back here defending. I can do that. We can defend. Oh shit. Oh! Scared the shit out of me. Be cool if they had like something you could wear. You could feel like the concussion of the shells when something or explosion by rocks your body like in real life. Feel throughout your whole body. Oh shit. Did I miss it? hit it. I need bazooka ammo. I need bazooka ammo. Anybody got bazooka ammo? Need bazooka ammo. I hit it once. Shit! Bazooka ammo, I need it. Oh, how did he know I was there? How did he know? Why is my team not doing anything about it? They're like all over that bunker, our team, and they just let these guys get in there and not do anything. Ah, man. Yeah, this team's gonna die. They're not like getting any ammo out to anybody. Look at our points down already. Like, they're just terrible. Like, well, no, we need to be back here. But our point's way over here. Yeah, we're screwed. Because we got to cross this. This is going to take us forever. Fuck, man. I hate this this time. The respawn's so long. And of course, our guy won't put any outposts. Oh, we do not have an officer. That's why. They're gonna get it. Yeah, our team's pretty much given up. They've all left like a bunch of pussies. People are weak. Hopefully they leave and we get some good freaking fighters in here. Way, you dumbasses. Damn, how did... Ooh, there's like something over here. Radio or something. You gotta try to find that, take it out. Can't believe I didn't hit any of those guys. Go way out because they're onto us. They have like a freaking radio over here or something I gotta try to take out. I think they have a radio over here, man. Close, or did you take it out?
I'm with you.
Right when I was about to fire, dude, they were just covering each other so good that every time I put a bead on one of them, man, freaking, I start taking fire from another area. See if we can get these guys crossing here. Cut them off. Wow. Well, We lost that one quick. Thank goodness. Ooh, we had a 1.20, 6 and 5. We can mark one off the list for tanks, though. We got a tank. We got a Panther, too, at that. To never see this message again. Type, chat, vote, map number. I don't want... How do you type? I don't even... I don't know if that did anything. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, it did work. Learn something new every day, right? How to vote for a map. Alright, let's go. Let's watch more of the Tiger 2.
Forward, it was over 10 meters long, 3.75 meters wide, and around 3 meters tall. Armor 150 millimeters thick, sloped at 40 to 50 degrees, alongside a long-barreled, high-muzzle velocity cannon with advanced optics, was a lethal combination. The cannon could hit targets at 1 to 2 kilometers and penetrate around 202 millimeters of armor at 100 meters, or up to 132 millimeters at 2,000 meters using standard AP rounds.
Utah, the same map? You guys just wanted nighttime.
I have always hated dress shirts, so we set out to create a dress shirt for guys just
commercials.
like me who can't stand a trip.
Now, add an extraordinarily thick armor for World War II standards on top of that, and we get a definite
This guy's good at his like graphics.
Considering
and
everything
stuff.
went as planned, the heavy armor was causing consequent stresses on the engine, suspension, and fuel consumption, which played a big role in the long game. The weight was slowing the tank down in combat, as a Maybach P30 V12 gasoline engine just wasn't enough to carry this 70-ton beast. This was a no-brainer, considering the fact that the same motor was used on the 45-ton Panther tank, but Germany still went with it. Even though the Germans somehow calculated that the tank could reach 38 kilometers per hour or 24 miles per hour, the reality was a bit different. Commanders avoided going over 20 kilometers per hour cruising speed, as anything more than that often left the tank under serious mechanical strain, resulting in faults and breakdowns. And by late 1944, the number of trained crewmen aware of this limitation was growing lower and lower, which made breakdowns even more frequent. Once again,
that'd be crazy. That means their crews just weren't trained very good at all.
In cross-country fields,
that should have been, as soon as they found that out, you gotta send that back to training.
15 kilometers per hour.
That bit of information.
Laggy acceleration made it hard to maneuver the tank in tight areas, just adding to the list of small problems that ultimately accumulated and kept the King Tiger from living up to its huge expectations. A double-link track system just added to this ongoing list. It was supposed to...
All right, let's switch. We're almost done with that video anyways. All right. Here we go. Right there. Let's get into a vehicle. Hopefully they won't leave us. Thanks everybody for joining us. Playing a little Hell Let Loose tonight. Where's a tank? Going for the 3-tank challenge. We got 1 down already first game. Oh, so I need a ride with your handsome boys. They're very naughty. Stay with you, Loopy. Which way we actually need to go here? Chapel? Oh, we'll go to LeGrand first. Gotta go hit Chapel. It's only a click away, almost. Oh, no.
That's a good question.
Oh, they got the chicken.
I have a good answer.
Oh, no.
Fine.
Yeah. Just join us. We're doing World War II all night. We got videos in between of about 10-minute videos on vehicles and stuff you kind of don't know about. Unless you really study. Be interesting. All you historians. Oh no, the tank's gonna don't run me over. Oh, you guys go get them, you big strong boys. So go get them. God, get that freaking thing off my screen. You got like a boggy swamp area, man. I wish you could like click onto it so you could ride on top of that thing. Just sit on top of it. Surprised they didn't say nothing back. They must be in the zone. One of the guys in the take is Dick Zintas, like Winters, with like with a German accent. It's funny. Oh, come on, man! Out of all the guys, there's a tank, 2 other guys, and you guys shoot at me, man. Come on, man. I'm just trying to make it, man. Just trying to make it through this war. Gonna be all nasty like that. Thing cracked right by me. Don't do that to me now. Don't give me that lag. We got that point quick. Come on, dude. How did he do like a little juke? Let's see how many he got. No, I didn't get anybody with that freaking. Damn, dude. And no support. Where'd our tank went and stuff? I guess it got taken out already? Fuck, man. They already got this point, dude. What the heck is wrong with this team? Man, if this happens again, I'm just going to go to a different server after this game. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll change it up after this. It's too one-sided, I think. It's no-sided, actually. See, there's like nobody commander. Like, come on, man. I'm always on teams with like no commanders. Get up there. Get up there. See if we can see anybody crossing. They are capturing. already. Like, dude. Oh, there's a tank. I wonder if I can move up without getting shot immediately. Got a tank right on it. See if we can sneak up, hit it right in the ass, man. It's moving. Just gotta watch out for infantry. God! All time!
Or was there a team for LeGrand Creek?
How is it even possible? That has to be a record, man. Like, every time I start getting a beat, it's like, boom, it's like they know.
Yeah, I could see now how we're gonna lose.
Yeah, this game's over in literally 2 seconds because nobody's playing. They're gonna kill this game. Quit flashing up that bullshit. I hate that, dude, in servers. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to find some way to get that tank. This is a bitch to carry too, or to defend because it's so close to our spawn. It's quit popping that shit up. Get that off of my screen.
It's in my
I'm in the middle of fucking war.
Alright, God, I see where he is.
Why is it there? Get it off. Holy shit. And now they're hitting us with artillery on top of it too. Yeah, man, they're all coordinated. Probably got a commander. We don't. It's playing like garbage too. It's like lagging up, which doesn't happen. This game doesn't do that to me, so I don't know what's going on with it. Like that, man. Like, what is going on? It never does this.
I hope to God we can actually, you know, hold this position.
I think we'll be fine here. I just think the team wasn't really trying.
They weren't paying attention.
What's going on with the game? Why it's not running smooth all of a sudden? Is this server, or it's just I need to turn some settings down? I don't know. Usually I'm getting over 100 frames. I'm only getting 70 frames, which is terrible. We got a commander now, so maybe we'll actually get on it. It's just a very laggy game right now. Very stuttery.
You want to take back LeGrand Creek, officer?
Yeah.
Alright.
Got him.
I come in from the backside.
Filthy language.
Dude, my game's just not doing very well. Very stuttery. Usually doesn't do this. Do I need to update drivers or something? The boy Dev, thanks for the raid, man. Appreciate you. Hope you had a good stream. You're having a good night. What did you play tonight? Got that Panther rocking and rolling now. It's going well, getting my ass beat and hell let loose, but that's about it right now. Our team is, at least. But what's new? It's not... Now it's down to 56 frames. Like, that's terrible. 480, man. Like, I hope they optimize it before Battlefield Vietnam. It's like, it's really stuttery tonight. At least on this map. Let me look at the settings and make sure it didn't all just reset for some reason. Sometimes it'll do that. I mean, some of it's high. Texture quality. Let's take down one. View distance. Let's take that down. That doesn't need to be. See if that does anything. Pop me some frames. A little bit. Yeah, it makes it feel a little bit better. It's still stuttery, dude. It shouldn't be doing that. Like, it's never been this consistently stuttery. We're gonna try another server after this. Metal Gear 2. Ah, nice. Yeah, the new one. I heard it plays the new Metal... Oh, God, we're dead. Unless we got him. Did we get him? Maybe we did. I think we did. Or my buddy got him. One of the two. My game, it just stuttered every second. Like that, dude. Just bad. Yeah, it might be the server. Let me see what my ping. 72. It's not that bad, though. It shouldn't be doing that. Real bad, dude. Really bad. Do I got something running in the background? It's never been consistently this bad. That Tommy gun raining down on us. All we got's a bolt action against a Tommy gun. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate you. I think they're down in here. Oh yeah, they're just going past us. Oh, that's our guys. We're gonna watch this side of the bank for him.
Hey, officer, you put a new OP or know how long it's gonna take?
Yeah, I'll try and get a new one down. It's just rough because we're on enemy territory.
Yeah, I see.
Hope my frags maybe got him. I haven't heard that Tommy gun going anymore. Oh, that was a BAR that killed that guy.
Problem with this game is that I never die in frontal engagements. I always die when someone flanks me from the side.
Got both our Panther and Panther 4 next to each other. They're looking to heal or something, I don't know.
I grabbed a Jeep bottom spawn. Try and get a new outpost down.
my game's just so bad right now. They didn't do it last game that much. Ooh, got him. Yeah, we're gonna have to switch servers after this. Wish I had some frags. Might take my bazooka or Panzer Shrek. Freaking let them have it. Oh, that didn't do it. I think I got him. Ooh, he should have blown up. He should have blown up, hopefully. Oh, that killed me. That stuttered and killed me. I had him dead to rights, man, with that one shot, and it stuttered and killed me. Yeah, we're going to a new server. See if it does it. If it does it, I'm just going to have to reset it. Or find out what's going on. Let's go to intermission real quick until I can find a new one.
Used to simplify the already struggling production, but it turned out that engaging every other tooth on the drive's sprocket, rather than every single one, caused more harm than good.
Terrible.
Coupled with the Tiger II's massive
I'm going to do a fresh reboot of the game
on the final drive, often resulting in final drive breakdowns. Despite extraordinary firepower and armor that could overpower any tank in frontal engagement, the Tiger II's weaknesses overpowered its own strengths. Besides being over-engineered and unreliable, it also consumed roughly 500 litres per 100 kilometres, which put Germany in an unfavourable position toward the war's end, when they were already struggling with petrol supplies. Once the Tiger II broke down in the field, on-site repairs were another one of its headaches, as there was no dedicated vehicle capable of towing it away. Only two options were available. Another Tiger
boot up the
II,
game, it even like makes my whole computer
working in combined
go slow, so I don't know what's going on.
Neither of which made sense to use for towing instead of fighting. This gave choice, but to abandon and destroy their own tank to prevent it from being captured. Not to mention, it happened routinely. It was estimated that far more Tigers were destroyed by their own crews due to breakdown or
man, my computer's running slow.
By enemy fire.
Hey, if you conceal carry and you want to do so comfortably, you're probably going to be interested in this, the brand new Nimbus Gray Vanish holster.
Once on the battlefield, though, the Tiger II was ruthless. However, field that caused the Germans the most trouble. There are numerous reports of mechanical failures during transit to the battlefield. One of them involved the Army's 501st Heavy Panzer.
That made it even
worse.
worse.
On the Eastern Front of 45 tanks in operational state.
Wow.
The rest had broken down during transport.
Let me look at my drivers.
Another instance was the Panzer Lehr division in France, which received 5 Tiger IIs as reinforcement, where all 5 of them broke down before ever seeing combat. On top of that, the Tiger II crews had to destroy them to prevent them from being captured. This underlines the importance of operational issues and mechanical breakdowns.
But I don't know, I might have to reset if I do it.
It was supposed to end the war in their favor. Although Tiger II's armor was among...
What is going on? What in the world is going on tonight? Hold on. What in the... I've never had this issue before. Never had this issue before.
Amongst its strong...
What in... Are you guys getting that static when I play the... That's crazy.
The Tiger II is surely one of the most famous tanks of World War II. It was widely...
Whoa. I've never had this issue before. Let me shut down maybe... That's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Let's try it again.
The Tiger II is surely one of the most famous tanks of World War II. It was
Holy
widely
cow, I'm
feared
sorry
and
about that,
mythologized,
guys. That
with a
blew up my
reputation of
eardrums.
being
I can only
virtually
imagine you guys.
indestructible. And by being a 70-ton beast with thick armor and a lethal 88mm gun, people had every right to believe the wartime propaganda. But few facts that completely undercut its battlefield effectiveness remained unspoken of at the time. The idea for the
Let's try to
Tiger
fire it
II
up again
started
and
after
see if it
Germany's
still
encounter with new
lags out.
Soviet tanks in 1941 and 1942. Hitler's expectations for this next generation tank were so big that it was being worked on before its predecessor, the Tiger I, even made a debut on the war front. It was envisioned as a breakthrough tank that could breach enemy defenses head-on with superior firepower and armor. The tank's concept was handed over to 3 firms in early 1943, and the work had begun. Henschel and Porsche were tasked with its design, whereas Krupp was contracted to develop a suitable turret and weapon. Porsche took a more innovative and radical step, with a mid-mounted engine, a rear turret placement, and even an experimental gasoline-electric hybrid drive in one variant. However, German High Command decided to go with Henschel's more conventional design, as it was superior for mass production. Henschel's approach, with a rear-mounted engine, fully sloped armor, and an improved torsion bar suspension with large overlapping steel road wheels, was simply less risky for the battlefield, and they were awarded the contract. This next-generation heavy tank's official name was Panzer VI, or Tiger II, but German troops began calling it Königsteiger, or
Dude,
King Tiger.
I don't know
This
what's
name
going on with the
was
game.
often
My computer
translated as
CPU's at
Royal Tiger,
100%.
which underscored its intended status as the king of tanks. One of the Tiger II's distinctive design elements was its turret, which went through
taking up all the
significant revisions
CPUs?
before
What my
enduring
issue is.
production. The initial turret design, often incorrectly called the Porsche turret, was a Krupp-designed, rounded mantlet turret, originally intended for both prototypes. It had a curved front plate and sloped sides, which gave it a more rounded, streamlined look. In 1944, around 50 Tiger II tanks were built and sent to combat with this initial turret, before they realized it had a big weak point. A shot trap was hidden under the curved gun mantlet. Any incoming shell that hit the lower curve could ricochet down into the thin hull roof armor. However, the Germans noticed this quickly, and before these units had even seen combat, revisions were made in production by late 1943. The redesigned production turret came with a much thicker flat front plate, which eliminated the shot trap and was simplified for production by reducing its curved sides.
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every week. Done.
I'm getting back on track with Factor. Fresh, never
I'm gonna have to
frozen
probably
meals,
reboot.
This saves us so much time when we're chasing around.
I can't get anything to
I
work.
can get all the nutrition I need without having to obsess over it. I never run out of tasty, nutritious
off of
dinners
this.
thanks to Factor.
Factor has over 40 different dinner options.
Like Protein Plus and Calorie Smart.
I never thought eating clean could be this easy and taste this good.
I can't believe it has taken me this long to get started.
My CPU, something's wrong. It's super slow, even without the game on right now.
New users can now get NFL Sunday
can't
Ticket
even.
on YouTube for 8 payments of only $34.50 per month to watch more of your favorite teams' out-of-market games without switching your live TV service. Sign up now. Terms and embargoes apply.
Still can't click out of this. I think it's actually my
The first of
Streamlabs,
many
tell you the
issues started
truth.
to show in production.
I
Even
knew
though
I shouldn't have updated it.
1,500 Tiger II units were ordered, Henschel only managed to deliver 492 tanks. The lack of produced units was directly affected by a series of RAF raids in late 1944, which had devastated Henschel's facilities. Not only did this delay production, but it also likely stopped an additional 650 Tiger II units from being built. In addition to that, each Tiger II tank cost around 320,000 Reichsmarks per unit, which was 2 to 3 times the cost of a simpler medium tank like the Panzer IV or the Panther. There was a lot of controversy on the question of whether it would be better to just build a greater number of reliable, already proven medium tanks, instead of spending a fortune on fewer super heavies. Additional production issues revealed themselves in the late war, such as material
What
shortages.
is going on?
As the Germans were short on rubber, the Tiger II tank's large road wheels were all steel, instead of the then standard rubber tires that the Tiger I had. Further shortages.
I'm sorry, guys, for the
affected armor
tech
plate
issues.
quality,
I've
as the
never
Germans
had this
used
before.
increasingly scarce high-grade alloys to
seriously
build
don't know, and I
them.
don't want to
Material
shut it all
shortages began
down
to
and
pile up,
restart.
with
Will
a lot
be
of subcomponents in short supply as well, such as final drives, gaskets, and even fuel. Henschel and Krupp kept making revisions and proposing adjustments with each additional material missing, but they could not manage to implement any of them before the war.
Might have to.
With all the ambitious concepts Germany had,
I
such
really
as the
think
new
it's
Maybach
my Streamlabs.
HL234 fuel-injected engine with 800 horsepower, 105mm high-velocity gun, and even an infrared night-fighting scope design, it was very clear how big their plans were. The reality was a bit different from that, though, as none of these proposed upgrades ever saw production. Nevertheless, some big plans did happen, such as the Jagdtiger variant of the Tiger II, produced in 1944 and 1945. Built on an extended Tiger II hull with a huge 128mm gun on a fixed casemate, it was the heaviest armored vehicle of the war, often called a tank destroyer. But as feared as this tank was,
we're gonna reboot here, guys. Stick
with
with me here
mechanical
real
issues
quick.
And a limited
We'll be right
production
back.
number
I've
of
never had
88
this issue
units.
before.
It concluded the story of
Now
Germany's
Streamlabs
wartime
is not doing
industry's
it.
overextension
It's only going
with
8%.
diminishing returns.
So
on paper, however, the Tiger II tank was a formidable force and a definite war decider. It was significantly bigger than the American M4 Sherman or Soviet T-34, as it weighed around 68.5 tons. And with its gun forward, it was over 10 meters long, 3.75 meters wide, and around 3 meters tall. Armor 150 millimeters thick.
all right, I hope we're back. Refresh. Hopefully we're back, recovering. Oh no. Is it Studio that did it to me? Oh no.